So today we're reviewing a chainsaw. What could be more fun than reviewing a chainsaw?
Nothing.
Ah, you got that right. And the one we got here today is from LiTHELi. I think that's how you pronounce it. LiTHELi? LiTHELi? LiTHELi. Now, they've been popping up all over the place. On Amazon, they got some pretty good reviews on there. And I've been seeing them a lot on Instagram, so I was curious and I wanted to see for myself what the buzz was about. So they sent one over for us to take a look at. We're going to slice, we're going to dice, we're going to use and abuse. We're going to talk about all the things I do like, some of the things that I might not like so much, and who this chainsaw, I believe, is really geared for. Now, one of the things that I noticed right off the bat is that it does come with an Oregon bar. It is a 14-inch cordless battery-powered chainsaw. Now, it does come with everything you need except for chain oil, so you're going to have to pick some of that up. You will also have to install your blade and your bar. But don't worry, that's super simple to do. All you got to do is take off the casing like I did right there and then pop them on. What else is nice is that you can go and clean that out if you need to simply by removing that. There's no tools needed on this chainsaw. So that is a big plus for me. Now the knob to the left that you can see right there, that also plays a role when it comes to tightening down your chain. That is also very simple to do. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. But here's the deal. I had not had one issue with the chain coming loose the entire time I used this chainsaw. So once you set it, you forget it, and that was nice about this. And now once you're done doing your install or cleaning out the inside of that, you just tighten it down like so. And that's it. Again, no tools needed. Alright, we got this thing set up. We got the 40-volt battery charge. It only took about 45 minutes to get that charge. We're going to slice and dice. Yes, we're in the backwoods. My neighbor owns these trees. We're going to cut them down. And I found my Charlie Brown tree right here. Now, it's pretty good size. So we're going to choppy. I want to see if this thing is able to power through these trees. I want to know if it's going to bog down. You know, the 2.5 battery, it's not that large. Even though it's a 40 volt, I would have liked to have seen a larger battery on these, but I don't think they have any as of yet. So what we're going to do is cut our wedge. This tree is probably 10-inch round, I would imagine, 10, 11-inch round. So let's cut it down here and see what it does. So right off the bat, you know, it stopped on me. I was a little bit irritated and I'm just trying to get the damn thing out. So I was kind of irritated, not sure why it did that. Let's try it again. Now, we put oil up in this, and you know, my chain's not real tight. I mean, just loose enough that it shouldn't have done that, but let's keep on going. Alright, let's cut the bottom piece of our wedge out here, and haven't had any issues with the sticking again, but let's keep on going. Really having an off day with my tree felling, but I'm leaving it in the video because I can't wait for those comments to say, boy, you really need some practice on your tree felling. Okay, so we got our notch. Let's cut the back and see what happens. Subscribe. What the? I'm having an off day today, but at least it cut it. Let's look what happened. Oh, yep. Didn't think it was going to be heavy enough, so we got to slice and dice even more. Alright, we got it out the stump, but I want to show you before I slice all of it up, you know, we're going to get some close-ups on this tree here. So not really sure what happened that first time it got hung up, but I haven't had any issues with this since. It seems to have some pretty good power. But there definitely is a soft start to this. And that kind of annoys me a little bit because when I pull that trigger, I want it to be able to just start slicing and dicing. Now on the saw itself, it says it's about 100 dB, but I gotta be honest with you, it doesn't seem that loud to me. Also does a pretty good job taking those chips and just shooting them out. Have not had any issues with clogging. I enjoy using chainsaws. So we're just going to hack up the rest of this tree here. And again, you know, that soft start is a little bit irritating, but as far as it goes with the power, it's really not that bad. Again, it's only a 2.5 battery. It is a 40 volt. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Alright, there you go. Slice down the whole tree. Now, we're going to talk about this here in a little bit, but what was really kind of weird was this stump here. It's almost like the tree was sad. I mean, look how much water's on this. I mean, it's literally like oozing out the top. I've never seen that before when I cut down a tree. It's kind of crazy. This brings the word moist to a whole new level, my friends. So what I wanted to try to do now after I had that tree down is just slice and dice through the stump, but the battery pretty much had it and it needed a recharge. So that's about as much as you're going to get out of this saw. Well, until you recharge the battery, that is. Now, as for the battery itself, it's actually constructed pretty well, and you got the battery indicator lights. Now, I was down on 1 bar and it jumped back up to 2, so we're going to recharge that. We're going to cut down through some treated 4x6 so we can get some better angles, because I didn't want to drop a tree on my camera. Alright, so here we go. Treated 4x6, and here's a better view. And now, those claws right there, they actually work really well when you put that up against the wood, but here we go. Very nice. Alright, we're just going to switch up the angles for you here so you can see it working. All in all, pretty smooth. There is a little bit of jumping around with that bar. You know, nothing that's unsafe or anything, but it does make some pretty nice cuts, and it is pretty powerful even though you're running that 2.5 battery. Now, you're looking at 6,000 RPM plus 10%. And as far as it goes to the chain, 52 chain drive links and 3/8 inches. Not really sure why maybe I just went in a bad angle. I'm not really sure because I have not had any other issues with it binding up. You know, like during my tree felling. Now, just a reminder, it is the brushless motor. As far as the build quality goes, it's pretty nice. You know, it's a heavier duty plastic. The one thing that works really well on this, better than even say the Milwaukee chainsaw, is the oil. You know, it doesn't leak all over the place, and it gives it just enough so that you know, doesn't heat up too much, and it lasts a long time, where I'm constantly replacing that oil in the Milwaukee for some reason. I'm not comparing this to the Milwaukee, I'm just saying it does a very good job. As far as it goes with the discharge, it does a very good job as well. It's easy to put the chain bar oil in up on top right here. And the paws that we showed you, they do a really good job digging into that lumber when you're cutting. As far as it goes with adjustment, everything is pretty simple to do on this saw. All you got to do is loosen or tighten. Don't have to worry about it, you know, getting loose on you again, which was kind of shocking to me. I really thought I was going to struggle with that, and I did not. And again, this is to tighten your chain right here, and the one on the right is to lock down that casing. It is toolless. You don't have to worry about taking out wrenches or anything like that. Everything is tool free. So big plus for me. Again, that chain did not loosen up on me at all. It stayed nice and secure. I just had it tight enough so it has some room to move, but you don't want those real tight, you don't want them real loose, and it stayed. So another big plus for me. The battery goes on the bottom back end of this chainsaw. Not an awkward position at all. It just goes down in, and yeah, so I like the battery position as well. Now, as far as it goes with use, yes, you do have a safety trigger right there, a button you just push in and then pull the trigger. It is a soft start, which, when I say soft start, it is really a soft start. And you do have a safety right here. If you push that out, you know, not only does it protect your knuckles against brush, but if you pull it in, it'll allow you to run the machine, so it is a safety feature as well. Now, the fill, again, over 17 pounds, so it's a little heavy. You know, what can I say? It's bulky. However, it is balanced rather well. Now I'm going to give you a comparison between this and the Milwaukee size-wise. It might be a little bit shorter, but you can definitely see the base of this. Well, it is definitely wider, so that is something that you have to keep in mind. And now that I have the Milwaukee and the Ryobi in mind, I want to put something out there. A lot of people are probably going to ask that are part of this channel, why don't you just go with the Milwaukee or the Ryobi? Well, at the end of the day, I truly believe that this is a very, when I say truly believe, very light duty saw. I think 11-12 inches, I think that's even a little much for this saw. This right here is strictly 100% homeowner use. And I'm going to take that even one step further. I really believe that this is a good saw for the ladies. I think with the extreme soft start, I think with just how this thing operates and the uses it's for, I think if you're a woman that is not looking for Milwaukee or Ryobi power tools, you know, you don't need all those things, and you see this thing on Amazon, you're looking for a review, that's probably why you're here. Well, I think this is a good saw. You know, another reason why somebody might not go with a Ryobi or a Milwaukee or DeWalt or whatever is because, you know, a lot of people might not know that they offer those tools. We're tool heads on this channel, right? A lot of people, you know, they might not be. So if they're going to Amazon and they're looking for a review on the saw because it catches their eye, well, now they can see what it can and can't do. So my final thoughts on this, I think it's a pretty good saw. I wish there was larger batteries that you could put in this, maybe a little bit larger than the 2.5, maybe even a 5AH or a 4AH or something. I wish there was something larger to give that a little bit longer runtime for a chainsaw. I think the build quality is pretty good. And other than it hanging up one time, I think that was probably my fault. It did everything I needed it to do, and it did it pretty good. So at the end of the day, would I recommend it? Yeah, I would. Is it for everybody? No, it's not. If you're looking for something more heavy duty, then you're going to want to go with the DeWalts, the Milwaukees, Makitas, and so on. So I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. What do you think of this saw? How do you think it performed? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Don't forget to smash that like button. Definitely helps out the video. And if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Hit that bell notification. Come on over and say hi to us on the Instagram page at Tool Review Zone, because it would be nice to see you over there. I appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll be back with more videos soon.